Hello and welcome back, gamers. Today we're going to be trying to focus more on the lore aspect of some of the stuff. As you see, I also did a little update on my skin. I was trying to go more towards my Minecraft skin for this, but it didn't really have much for that. Give me a minute and I need to share the stream so I don't get yelled at again. Oh, I hear a dog yelling. I got my coffee. I don't have my cats this time, but that's fine. Here's the stream. Come on. I'll share it there, because why not? And obviously it needs to go in here. Nope, that's the dictionary. Boom. Alrighty. Got my stream shared. And it should be good to go. Alrighty. I think I want to try to make my skin a little paler, but not like vampire pale, you know? Was it in here? Yes. I think that's actually a pretty good pale. I can get behind that. Yeah, I think I'll have that pale. I guess there's a little vampire-esque pale, but it's fine. I put on a whole new cape, so it doesn't really cover too much. I got a new shirt, or black thereof. Got a new jacket. I got my arm back, yay. But apparently they moved it into the shirt, so I can't have a shirt and the arm, which is dumb, in my opinion. But luckily, I still got something that works for that. I'm still keeping the boots and the little pads there. Got these pads up here for the elbows, which work just fine. I'm hoping I can get something with just like one shoulder pad on top of this jacket. I don't know if they have anything like that. I doubt it. I know they got weird little belt things. Well, let's look at jackets here. Got what looks to be, I guess, like some sort of armor or something. Got that. That looks alright. Let's see. Let's see. Got some necklaces. There's the jacket I'm wearing. There's the belt. Yeah, I don't think they have any pieces that I'm looking for. Got a crop top. Pop star jacket. Got that one, which looks alright. And I'm hearing a cat yell. What do you want, George? What? Not to yell everywhere you walk? I just need my desk. Hands. I'm keeping the wraps. I like the wraps. The wraps look good. Doesn't really show on the front though. That's an issue. Anywho's. What if I have like this? No. Never mind. Okay, so discard changes. Let's go ahead and head into Hytale. Right. Me and Yulm were playing in here the other day. So apparently something, not something, but someone happened and deleted like this whole section of my area here. And then just started spawning a bunch of mobs and stuff. Which is fine. We were playing around with, I guess we did play around with some of it on stream yesterday. I don't remember getting that stuff. Alright, so right click is just a whack. Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of all this because we killed a ton of monsters. Like, it was just crazy killing. What are you, raw chicken? Gotcha, gotcha. Cauliflower, essence. That was balm, actually. Uh, bones, potions, ingots, poison things, more meat, more hide, shadow weave scraps. I want to get rid of those. We figured out how these grimoires things worked, I believe. Jesus, you're so loud. You're like a freaking train. Let's get rid of all of this. And let's grab the books, because I don't remember which one it's in, because it doesn't tell me. Okay, here we go. So we got, like, the basis for religion. We got Diana, Gaia, Dregor, Kepsek. Let's go back to the City of Lights. Yes, in here. So, I still don't have a name for this thing. But this is Kepsek. Diana, Gaia. And based on the Gaia crypt, I think like there's going to be different kingdoms that worship different gods and goddesses, uh, such as nope, that's the empty one. Dregor for like the vampire places. I think I'm going to actually just go and throw a statue of him and its watchers just over the on to Dina's stuff, because I know the Dina definitely wants to be vampire. So the god of that stuff is Dregor. So what I'm gonna do is just blank. Yeah, let's push it back one. Oh, she missed one here. Lee. Oh, okay, I'm the only one online. Yeah. And then let's grab their watchers, and I'll just go here on either side of them. Ta-da! What are you? Purple crystal? Okay. So now she has her own like little altar thing at the top here. That's fine. Ooh. That's looking pretty cool. I'm liking that. What else has she been working on? I don't understand why she needs long floating hallways, but to each their own. Man, her area is huge. I think that wall comes around here. This is a whole freaking kingdom here. Alrighty, so I'm not quite sure which part of the lore I want to work on. Uh, what to name the wedding beast? Uh, uh, work brain. I need more coffee. I was really tempted to name him Daedric. What about Daryl? Daryl. That's fine. Uh, to be determined. The Watchers are nameless, so that's fine. We've got Brian, the unseen entity that likes to mess with people in minor subtle ways. Let's expand on this. No. I was thinking like maybe like he assists witches and helps them like perform their kind of evilish acts. But Brian isn't necessarily evil as he is just, like a trickster. He's not a god, so he's not like a part of the religion, but he's more like a. I want to go with like a folklore kind of demigod type. So I'm trying to go more like Loki, but less murdery. I need to think. Like he won't outright kill people, but like definitely mess with them. Hmm. My typing may be a little slow today because I think, sprained one of my fingers just doing chores. And it really hurts. Alright, when things go missing. Sometimes don't seem right. Then you know he's there. Click the right button and finger. What else can we work on? I mean, obviously, there's the soulless one, which is that one. We could work on other deities and work on trying to like get the minor details and like laws of the world, like the do's and don'ts kind of stuff in the roleplay do's and don'ts, not the out of character ones for like the server itself. Man, it's too early in the morning for this. I still got the missing blocks because I haven't checked up on the mods in a minute. I'm about to put my phone on silent because it keeps vibrating. There we go. Phone's silent, and I decided to share it in my brother's Discord chat. I shared the stream at least. Cause why not? I was also debating on doing something on top of the mountain range here. I mean, we got plenty of room, mostly just be for looks. I have an idea and a little game to work with this, but I would need everyone's help for it because it requires multiple people. So there's this game that I played back in high school. I don't remember if I came up with it or it was something that I learned. I All I know is that I play this game with drawings. So basically, you would take a piece of paper, you draw something on it, just any random amount of lines or anything, shapes, and then you pass it to the next person. They add on to it, or they change little details of yours, but it can't outright erase the whole thing. And then it gets passed to the next person, same thing, next person, same thing. So I want to take that idea, but do it a for like a building here in the city, where I'd build a little bit, pass it to someone else. They'd come, add on to it, change minor details of mine or what I've made, and so on and so forth till it comes back around to me, and then I add more to it. I think that would be really cool. I kind of like that idea of like group building, but no one knows what you're building until it's finished. So for lore though, what do I want to do for it? That's the question I'm here to find out. What to do, what to do. Huh. So we got the gods and goddesses of the religion, but not the actual religious practices. So, huh. I'm not very religious myself, so I don't really know. I got ancient beasts, which are just basically folklore, so. Well, I guess folklore. Well, air quotes on folklore. Like, people might believe they're real, people might believe they're fake and just story tales. So, what I might do for like the beast is just create like folklore little short stories of each beast, and put those in like a library or something if I'm able to put them on a shelf. I think that would be cool. Create little folklore books, little fairy tales. So for the gods and goddesses, I'm thinking maybe something for each. Maybe something similar to like what it explains and goes more in depth about each one. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would love to see other people's ideas for this. I might incorporate it into like the main thing if I ever do release this server to the world. I mean, technically there is. It's already there. It's on a vague website. Not many people have joined. I think like 3 people outside of my friends have actually joined. But I did find out you can straight up teleport to the other world using waystones. Oh, I forgot I had that turned on. Hold on. I need to fix that. I don't like that. It's entity markers. No clip off. I don't like the no clip. So using one of these, you can teleport to this world and back to the others. I do want to move this though. I do need to have a way to each one. Just so, we got the resource world, which is what this one's gonna turn into. And then we got like the main world, which is what the other one's gonna be at, and that sort of stuff. Trying to get my brain to function this morning is being a bit of a hassle. When players first join, they spawn here in this world, which I do want to change that, but right now that's fine with me. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna hide this. Only y'all would know. I'm gonna put the waystone up here. I'm just gonna grab a waystone and just, hide it up in here. So players will never see it, or never even think to look for it. Where can I place you? Oh, it needs to be taller. There we go. I'm just gonna name it the Resource World. Hold on. For some reason, I cut off the D. There we go. Whoops. That's not what I want. Here, edits. I'll leave that public for now. Blue? Might be a softer light. Yes, owned by server. Let's do that. You would never even notice it's up there. And now we got both Smokey and George in here. There we go. Back to the City of Light, which is a very niche name. That's a very cool looking painting. What do you look like? Okay. Absalom Jackdaw. That is a weird name. Not judging, just saying. I like it. It's a cool painting. I am getting sidetracked. I'm trying to focus on lore for this stream, and I'm suffering greatly. Okay. I don't know what kind of stories I would write for the beasts or the gods and goddesses. But there's probably something else I should be working on that I just can't think of. Like something else for the lore that I should be working on. Ah, Brian Solus one. That's about it. I know, I could steal a name. I'm just gonna put like the rules here. We could do like in character, kind of like. We need to work on traditions. Maybe that's what we need to work on, traditions instead of the rules. Yeah, let's do tradition. So obviously, I would want to have like holiday stuff. Like I want like our version of like Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff. I want like our kind of like name and traditions for these. Huh. I could take some like Celtic stuff. Uh, or I can just rip off some of my old lore, just transcribe it for people instead of dragons. Alright, so let's start at the. Alright, so the first real holiday, it's like Valentine's Day. So let's start there and then work our way to Christmas, which is at the end of the year. So, Valentine's Day. What could be our version of Valentine's Day? Huh. Actually, I'm going to rename that page real quick. Holidays. Just to be a bit more clear. Hmm. I think I thought I thunk. So, what is Valentine's Day meant to represent, right? Like, it's meant for love, right? So, what if it's like more of like a family get together, or like where people from all over the world come together for just like a day apiece? So, what to name it other than Valentine's Day if we're gonna have it more like a day of peace and like a small kind of like get together with like some food and such? Maybe like gifts of words of thoughts or something like that. I might do something like that. But the name, I need the name. What to call it? The Day of Reckoning. No, I ain't gonna call it the Day of Reckoning. That sounds horrible. Sounds evil. Let's see. So it's a day of peace. So what represents peace? Oh, other than the symbol. Is it like, I mean, obviously, like nature can represent peace, but nature is also pretty evil. You know, it's very dangerous. Can you help me figure something out, or do you need to go somewhere?
I have to go. I just clocked out for Nana. I gotta go clock in for Rick.
Oh, I thought you didn't have Rick today.
No, I have Rick today, darling.
Oh.
I also have him tomorrow.
I thought he had dialysis.
Dialysis?
Yeah.
That was this morning. I have him in the afternoon.
Oh. Okay.
So I will see you when I get home.
Okay.
Have fun with your stream.
I will. I could use a random name generator to kind of come up with a name. Let's go to Google. Found a random one. That's not the one I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm under the fantasy name generator. I guess I could switch the stream over so we can look at stuff together. Let's create a new window capture. Yes, window capture 2. Uh, yes. It should appear at the moment on the Alrighty. Whoa. What just happened there? Okay. So let's just roll a couple times and just see what we can get. Recreation, Tranquility, Day of Shadows, Feast of Dragons, New Year's Feast. No. Oh yeah, technically the first holiday of the year is New Year's. Hey yo. Uh, let's see. Solar Eclipse Day, Vietnamese Liberation, National Flag, Language, Day of Heroes, Festival of Age. Let's see here. could call it the Feast of Bounties. Nah, that sounds weird. Oh, you're good, man. I'm just looking for names to name holidays, so I'm using the fantasy name generator to kind of help figure out a name for like the Valentine's Day holiday that I'm coming up with. This is a very useful tool, in my opinion, and should be used for anything fantasy related. Martyrs probably take different words from different things. So we got harmony, celebration of death. This ain't the Day of the Dead. Not sure what martyrs means, but maybe I might take martyrs. Festivals. No, no. You know what? I think I'll just take the Day of Generosity for now. So let's switch back to Hytale. Go over to here. Do the Day of Generosity. Day of Peace. At the start of the year. Or people come together for a feast. And bring offerings to the gods. Let's do that. Let's do offerings to the gods. So after Valentine's Day, Easter. Yeah, Easter's after. So our version of Easter, like first of all, we gotta know what Easter is. You know, like hmm, I honestly don't know what Easter really celebrates. Okay, so supposedly it celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, marking victory over sin and death of the foundation of Christian faith. But then why the bunny? Why the bunny? Why the eggs? You know what? Bunny, eggs makes me think of like a like Easter egg hunts makes me think of like a harvest festival. So why not just call it that, the harvest festival? Uh, yeah, let's just call it the harvest festival. Like the within like the start of spring, right? To the harvest festival. Something like that. eat. So we get that. So after Easter, I'm not doing like the no 4th of July. That's an American only type thing, you know. So the next holiday after that, I believe, is Halloween. So let's look for names for Halloween. So let's look here. So we got uh, let's see, a proclamation, celebration of superstitions, Day of Children. That sounds weird to me. Day of the New Rain, celebration of creativity, music feast, King's Festival, Labor Festival, Harvest Festival, Feast of Festivors, Feast of Friends, Festival of Tranquility, Celebration of Cats. Love it. Best of Age. What was Halloween originally called? Because I know it was a Celtic holiday, I believe. Uh, what was it? Halloween? Samhain? Refer to Gaelic Halloween customs until the 19th century. I got it wrong. It was Gaelic. Celtic, neo pagans, and Wiccans have observed Samhain or something based on it. Let's look at the wiki. Last time is believed to be to have Celtic pagan origins in some Neolithic passage tombs in Great Britain and Ireland are aligned with the sunrise at the time of Samhain. Irish literature for the centuries associated with many important Irish mythology. The early literature says Samhain was marked by great gatherings and feasts. I'm probably butchering the name, and I'm sorry. And was uh, in and was when the ancient burial mounds were open, which were seen as portals to the overworld. Some of the medieval tales also associate Samhain with bonfires and sacrifice. So I think I might do something along the lines of that and take that into the lore. So I want to find a name that can better represent that. So let's see here. Can we generate a good name that can work for it? Let's see. Because I don't want to just outright steal the name Samhan. Especially since I can't even pronounce it right. Coronation. Best of Coronations. Festival of Warmth. Best Friend Generosity. I don't think this has really come up with anything that works. The Day of Souls. I'm gonna cut that out. I think I'm gonna take the Day of Souls. So, let's go ahead and switch on over. Do the Day of Souls. I think that's kind of cool. I like that name. Okay, so but what we're stealing from the Sam Hain Wikipedia. Bonfires and sacrifice. Oh, I could actually probably like if the server got big enough, I could probably do events with it because they're saying like how ancient burial mounds open, so I could do like ancient dungeons open in like this 1 day here. Like these dungeons can be explored, otherwise they remain shut. So fingers really hurt. So we got eight ancient dungeons that open this 1 day of year. Uh, Also, it's bonfires and sacrifice. So day of bonfires and sacrifice. Let's do non-human specifically. So I didn't really read everything. Oh, the sacrifices is livestock. Dress, not creatures, were people dress up as various creatures. Sacrifice livestock as tribution to Gaia. Right? I think I like that one. I'll read game chat. There's nothing in game chat. Oh, are you talking about like on the Discord? Or something? I see nothing. So after Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving. Probably. I wouldn't doubt if my chat is messed up. It's a weird bug that happens sometimes. I don't know why. Okay. I feel like Thanksgiving is like an actual harvest festival, and this one should just be like the spring festival. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put this as spring for now until we come up with a better name. So we got Spring Festival, and then we got the actual Harvest Festival. Yay! So this is like replacing Thanksgiving. Day of Harvest. Citizen. Citizen. I don't know how to spell citizens. We're people. East. And year ends. Food is plentiful. Excuse me. That's the coffee. I blame it. And celebrates successful year of harvest. What if instead of Gaia, I did Diana for this one? And just put Gaia here. So this is like Diana's festival. This is Gaia's festival. Should I have like different festivals for the different deities? Or should I just have like all festivals represent all deities? I'm gonna do all deities. Let's calculate those because I'm referring to them as a whole. Okay. So the last holiday, obviously, is like our version of Christmas, which I'm just gonna call the winter solstice because that's basically what it is. since obviously it's winter, it's gonna be cold. Uh, I want to keep the gift giving part of it. I want to take a little bit from the pagan religions, like the Yule logs, the, the burning of different types of logs for every day of the year or every day of the month. I believe that was. I will have to look it up. Okay, so it's a celebration of rich culture. Celebrations prevalent among religions. Yeah, this is a lot to read. So let's take a celebration of culture. Continuous. Can't type. How with this messed up finger? Burning of Yule logs. Entire month. And then I'm just gonna put gift giving. I'll try to get this all down in proper order eventually. Yeah. Can't really think of much else. Let's see here. The rebirth of the sun. Interesting. I think that should be good for the holidays. Not too sure about like traditions though, like actual traditions that they do other than like these holidays. Let's do a celebration of culture in life for this. Ah, okay. So we got at least a little bit for that. So we got a celebration of life. We got the harvest festivals. We got the spring festival. We got the Day of Peace. What else do I need for the lore? Huh. Huh. Over here, freaking sounding like a villager as I'm trying to think. I'm open to any ideas if any of y'all want to like chime in at any point. If you got like an idea for lore for like this fantasy RPG server, I am all the ears. Uh, what other things are we missing for lore? Um, let's see, let's see. Uh, let's see if I can jump in a call with Yom. He might have some ideas. Uh, yeah, Yom. Let's see if he can jump in. Come on, Yom. Uh, I think I sunk. I'm not sure what we need. It looks like Yom can't join VC. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, let's see. So I got the festivals, obviously. I mean, when kingdoms can probably set their own traditions and all that. When players come in and like build their own stuff, they could set their own traditions for like their kingdom. They don't have to accept like the deities that I have. They can make their own lore for their own kingdoms. I'm just trying, build like a basic lore for like the server. So like the lore that the City of Light is going to be following, at least. There's probably a lot of stuff that I'm missing. hold on. I'm gonna try to restart the game real quick. Let's see if it gets my chat working. Because apparently my chat's not working. Well, my in-game chat. Okay. Here. Come on. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's one of those little graveyard things. It's fine. He can't hurt me. I'm gonna take the spawn point. I'm stealing spawn points. And I'm gonna fly home and put this in the crypt. I shouldn't be too far out. So this should spawn at least one or two at a time. I think it's only one at a time. I can copy this though, so that should be fine. Oh, I found a witch hut. Hello. Ah, I'm here. Finally took it, Luna. What the Praetorians? Can they only spawn on specific blocks? I thought since I have a spawner, I could spawn them anytime. Why are you glowing red, sir? What are you? You're new. Okay. So I got a spawner in there for shits and giggles. Okay. Ew, it's a spider. Don't mind me, I'm just littering. It's a horned rabbit. You're coming with me. You're mine now. It's the Easter Bunny, but with more horns. Does he not take fall damage? I don't think he took fall damage. Why don't bunnies take fall damage? That was the highest I can put him up. Not a single scratch on him. I found a hole in the ground. Do wolves take fall damage? We... Does nothing take fall damage? That's lame. They should definitely take fall damage. This is his spawner. Golem Crystal Earth. I'm gonna steal this. It's mine. I've gone way off track from lore at the moment again. That's fine. I'm gonna put him down here in the crypt too, because why not? Not that one. This one. Perfect. I'm kidnapping spawners. Alrighty then. I really need help with this lore stuff. I got more or less a vague idea, but not any solid idea. And I need something more solid. Okay. I'm thinking. My brain is short circuiting. more or less just a peaceful stream at the moment. So, what am I missing? I'm missing something for the lore, other than traditions. I'm trying to think of what that is. Uh, okay, so apparently there's something called Lore Builder that can help for organizing world building, managing characters, and creating detailed character profiles, which is probably what I need. Sorry, I just kind of got silent. Uh, I'm at a loss. I was hoping I can come up with more. I'm not very imaginative, apparently. Okay, so let's just start brainstorming random ideas. So, let's see. Actually, I'm going to use the other book, the completely empty one. Alright, so obviously we would have got like the evil side of stuff to kind of balance out with like the good side. We want players to build their own kingdoms, so it's like more immersive, and you have like a direct say on like what goes where, kind of that kind of stuff. And they're more than welcome to make their own lore for their servers, not for their service, but for their kingdom, like their own kind of religion type stuff. They don't have to follow this religion. I'm not going to be a stickler about that. So let's look here. We definitely want different races, right? We got the obvious human race. Might do some basic dwarves, dwarfs, some dwarves. Obviously, there's stuff for elves. So I'm just gonna put races here because that's what we're doing here. Got human, dwarves, elves. We already got something that changes sizes. There's might even do something along the lines of Fae. So kind of like fairies, obviously. Uh, I don't know what kind of fae there actually are. So like there's fairies, there's pixies. Elves are technically considered fae, aren't they? Uh, could do nymphs, dryads. Dryads would make sense. Those do nymphs, dryad. I don't know if there would be like playable races for this for the fae, but I definitely want something like that. I think I misspelled dryad. Yeah, instead of an I, that's a Y. So I'm just gonna put this in uh, parentheses because I don't think I'll make those playable races. But definitely want something, or at least lore based around those races existing in the world. Just kind of like outside of the actual uh, like a different dimension type thing. Like they exist, but they're not here. If you get what I'm trying to say, that's a possibility. I also definitely want. Obviously, we've got orcs, but instead of orcs, we got chorks. So we could do like chork, truck, chork playable races. Because why not? I think that'd be cool. You could make Quebec's a playable race. Definitely want. This is by request to Panda. Definitely want mushroom people. I know she really wants like little mushroom people, stuff like that, for her kingdom. So we could make it a playable race so people could actually play as mushrooms. I guess sentient mushrooms. I feel like we need like conflict and stuff between the places to kind of like. I think the players can set that up themselves, but we do a little bit of base conflict. So obviously, we already got like the witches are hated because they're deemed as unnatural magic. We got obviously the vampires and werewolves and stuff of like the evil side. We got Dina that is a vampire and setting up a vampire kingdom. So obviously a safe place for those people to go. But amongst the other kingdoms, not so much, and would probably need to be hidden. So just put the vampires. Uh, I don't really know if we want to do like different stats and different like abilities for each of these. I might do like a little bit of just like lore bases for like that kind of stuff. Like elves are typically known for like having better magic, obviously. Humans are more like are non-magical creatures, but they're more innovative. Sharks, obviously, they're large. They're a little slow. Vampires, they're fast. They live on blood. And they can't survive in daylight, or they can't survive in direct sunlight. So if they have like an umbrella above them or hidden underneath like a really large hood, they can survive. They just can't physically make contact with their skin. So dwarves, uh, they're going to be obviously better at mining. Elves, more tuned to magic. Shorts, as to like warriors, warrior type. Mushroom people are more I want to say attuned, but that feels wrong. But like they're more kind of like down to earth and good with kind of like earthy type magic. If there is going to be different magic types, I'm not too sure. So vampires. Oh, let's do humans quick. So no innate magic. Uh, let's see. I could say more intuitive, but they're not necessarily smarter than other races. What's the word I'm looking for? More creative due to lack of other a lack of specialities, like how that one's better magic, better mining magic, or tech magic. Okay, so we got vampires, which is obviously feed on blood specifically. We can make it so they must feed on living creatures, humanoid living creatures. That kind of stuff. Can't survive direct sunlight. Uh, Maybe something on that. Obviously, there's gonna be werewolves. Highly. Let's do deathly allergic to silver, obviously. Transforms under full moons. While transformed, they have higher, heightened senses, and they're stronger and faster. I think that's the proper spelling. Uh, for vampires, I'm gonna have them be considered undead. So for like other undead creatures such as like zombies and skeletons, which I'm just gonna put underneath an undead category. So let's do undead. Undead can't drown. Typically weaker if a skeleton, because skeletons don't really have any muscles or anything like that, so they can't really hit hard. Uh, unless a vampire, they can survive in daylight. So something along the lines of that. So just for organization purposes, I'm going to do spaces between all of them. Kind of help with that. I don't think I'll make these like skeletons and zombies a playable undead race. Maybe zombies. For now, I'm just gonna put not sure if playable or not yet. So obviously we've got shorts, mushroom people, and other races. I think there is a mod that allows you to uh, do that allows you to play as all the different races in Hytale, such as zombies and skeletons, chorts, goblins, all the current races that are in Hytale. I think there's a mod out there currently that allows you to play as basically any of them. So I might disable some of the races because I don't want them to be playable, but I might get that mod for the races. So let's see. So we got some races, kind of like vaguely strung out. What else do we need? Huh. Can't really think of it. Let's just TP to Yom. Oh, Yom left. No, I was gonna go teleport to him. Dang. All right, that's unfortunate. Wonder what Yom was doing. So so obviously undead are considered uh, evil. Undead are considered evil, and werewolves. Let's move that to after the undead, so make sure so it actually looks included. Really? So they're considered evil because they were born of the unnatural magic. I think it's two bits. Unnatural magic. So like those kind of creatures just they're obviously undead, the forces of Dregger. Let's see what else. What other things do we need to kind of like talk about here for the lore? I do plan on trying to figure out how to do custom items so players can make their own custom like weapons and name them, give them lore and stuff. I just don't know if there's a mod for that. I could try to figure out how to make it myself, but that's gonna take a while. I still got to get back to working on my horror game, so it's probably gonna be a long while before I actually do that. I've been putting off working on my horror game because it's a lot of work I gotta get done, and it's a lot. Uh, let's try to. I want to work on just leveling this out a couple of blocks while I try to think. Because this is where I want that one special build that I mentioned near the start of the video, where different players work on it. Let's see here. Do we have, do we want like demons that kind of like hide amongst like humans? Do we want demons as a playable race? I don't know. Demons sound fun, but at the same time, trying to balance everything is going to be a pain. Huh. I don't think we're doing demons. Demons seem a bit much. Thinking about it. And it sounds cool. But ultimately, nah. Do we want more races? Or do you think these handful that we got now is good? Let's see. I think what we got now should be good for the start. If it's requested by players, I think we could do more races. Maybe. I think so. If it's requested by players, then yeah, we'll do some more races. Let's see. I still gotta figure out magic. We could do different mods, but they're more for like a more like an adventure thing as it goes off of that. But I want more like work for lore based mods, uh, lore based magic, where players can make their own custom spells and all that. I think that would be nice. Grab some stickers. Okay. Something like that for the stairs. So it's not like a straight path. I do hate how the stairs kind of like drop down into that though. So I'm going to change that up. That's fine. Then we do here and here. Do that. That. Then, since I need it to come down to here, Something like that. Okay. Oh. So what kind of lore can we do? What kind of lore should we do? Got about 7 minutes left in this stream because I want to keep it around 2 hours. I can't really think of anything right now. Ah, okay. I definitely want players to be able to do their own lore, right? They're going to need to be able to do their own player lore, like their backstories and stuff like that. So how do we want to do that? I was thinking of just like, doing like a little kit at the start where you have a book where you can write your backstory. Or do I need like a mod, kind of like LOTC, or a plugin for them? Where they're able to like create an actual like character for them. Right, like do your height, age, eye color, all these different details. And then a little bit of like description. I'm not sure how I want to do a lot of stuff. But I'm hoping I can figure it out. Uh, let's see here. I'm just doing like a little bit of an outline. It's gonna look funky. Kind of want it to like take up the whole section here. I'll have to figure some stuff out. I got a lot to kind of work through. Well, we just got a little bit of lore done. Like we got a name for the wedding beast. Uh, Figured out some holidays, which kind of double as traditions. Figured out some races that we can do. I mean, we didn't really get much done, but it takes time for this sort of stuff. and I'm very unimaginative. But I just need some help. Talk to some people, see what kind of bread ideas they can come up with. So by people, I think I'm talking Panda, Yom, Dadina, and Kara. They probably got some cool ideas they want to do. I know they're really imaginative, a lot more than I am. So let's see what they can come up with. See if they can play off of what I got currently. Yada yada. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. I hope to see you guys in the next stream. I'd really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end here. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe and make sure to like the video if you like the content I'm doing here, because it really helps out the channel a lot if you guys do. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys in the next live stream that I do on Monday. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be Tuesday because I got an appointment Monday. So it's going to be a bit of. So until then, I bid you adieu. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.